Hey guys, hope y'all had a good day yesterday. Ended up raining about half the day from about 9:30 to 2, off and on from that period of time, and was still able to get. So we got 3 of my HOAs done, 2 of my weekly ones. Only 2 out of the 4 I had to do weekly this time of year, so I was able to get, after it stopped around 2 o'clock, we came here to my HOA here and was able to get the grass mowed here because it really needed it. We also ended up putting out a good bit of straw, so that was good. I mean, I hate days like that because it really obviously slows you down. We had to stop and start. So that kind of hurt us yesterday in terms of getting stuff done. Obviously, would have liked to have got a little more done. We did, but we ended up working around 5, and still had a pretty successful day. Got my gas station done. It's a pretty big place, and 3 others, which is good. So now I've got it figured out for today. We're just going to be in Auburn. It is still raining a little bit now, and it rained a lot last night. So I've got some straw loaded up on the truck. We'll be doing my church first, where the grass really isn't all that thick, and there isn't a whole lot of grass to begin with. So we end up probably having to weed eat it with being so wet, a lot of it, and it's a lot of blowing. So we're going to do that first, and we'll head over, knock out the straw job. And I've got some yards downtown Auburn that are real weedy. They're rental properties, so we'll do those while it's still a little wet. It's raining right now, but it's about to stop. It's a little past 6 right now. But yeah, y'all, I'm not one to sit around the house when it rains. Even if it rains 4 or 5 hours throughout the day, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to look for stuff to do. One of my guys, he's ready to go. That's usually how your guys are. You know, they don't really think about the whole picture. They just, they want to try to get done and get home as soon as they can, that kind of thing. But yeah, he was one of them was wanting to go, and I was like, nah, dude, it's about to stop. And I know it was. I was checking the radar and all that kind of thing. So luckily it did, and we was able to finish up a pretty big straw job at one of my HOAs, at least part of it, a big part of it. Still got a little more to do at that one as far as straw. Yeah, I was able to finish that up. So yeah, it ended up being a good day. Obviously, we could have got a little more done if it had not been for the rain. But hey, guys, I got a question for y'all. I had a buddy of mine in this area that I've actually sold a mower to, and I mentioned his name, Cortland. He had texted me a couple nights ago and asked me if he could rent out one of my mowers. I think he has 2, but I think both of them, are messed up right now. But yeah, I told him, man, I was like, yeah, I just don't know about that, y'all. I mean, I think he would take care of it, but I just don't like the idea of other people using my mowers, even though I've got 7, but 4, 3 of the bag and mower style, and then 4 laser Z's. But yeah, y'all, you just never know what could happen. I mean, what happens if he tears it up, that kind of thing, if something happens, you know what I mean? So, obviously, I think he would be willing to pay for it, but obviously, I don't want to get tore up. You just don't know what, my big concern would be, what properties is he going to be doing, getting them into, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I told him, I was like, I hate it. This mowers are tore up, but I just don't like the idea of renting my mower out. What would I charge, that kind of thing. I'm just curious if any of y'all, Eddie, some of you guys out there have been doing this a long time, if you've ever had a friend in the business ask you about renting a mower out. I know it would have been nice of me to do that, and I thought about it, but I decided not to. It's just not something. I've never done that before, and frankly, that's the first time I've ever been asked. So I'm just curious if that's ever been something that y'all have considered doing or done before, and if you would even consider it. I imagine a lot of you are like me. You just don't like the idea of not knowing, the type of properties and the yards that they would be getting the mower into. So obviously you never know. So that could cause the issue, tear your mower up potentially. So yeah, that's something I was thinking about. He's a nice kid and all, but yeah, I just don't like the idea of loaning my mowers out to people. So yeah, I'm curious what y'all think about that, guys. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna be getting some good footage today, throughout the day. As soon as hopefully this rain will stop. It is. It looks like it's on its way out. We had a lot of rain last night. It thundered a lot, and I really didn't sleep that great. I kept waking up, but yeah, I probably had a few inches of rain last night. But luckily, it's about to stop. I actually see the sun in the distance. It looks like the clouds may be beginning to pass over. But yeah, y'all, I'll get some good footage and try to talk about some things as well. Hope you're having a great week so far, guys. And it's Friday, so that's a blessing. I love Fridays. obviously. And I've got the day set up for tomorrow where we'll just be around my house, mowing yards around my house, probably about 10 to 12 yards here around my house, my neighborhood, and close by that we'll be doing tomorrow. I think Justin will be helping half a day. But anyway, y'all, hope you're having a great week, and I'll get some good footage and talk to you later. Have a good one. Hey guys, I'm at the church here today. It's this morning. I think I mentioned that in the intro, but anyway, got a lot of people coming in to park in the parking lot. I wanted to get behind this brick area because there's a lot of people coming in. I feel kind of funny talking to myself on the phone, with the phone, you know, people coming in wondering what the heck I'm doing. But anyway, yeah. So that's why we want to try to get started here around 7 if we can, because the city rents this parking lot out at First Baptist Church here in Auburn. So they got a lot of employees coming here to park. But anyway, yeah, so we're knocking it out, getting it done. You got to make sure, a couple points, you got to make sure when it's really wet. I noticed all the debris lines around the ditches and whatnot from all the rain we had last night, so it's still pretty wet out here. You got to be able to identify the properties that you can mow when it's wet. You still got to be careful, you know, when it comes to using your mower, especially. You got to make sure that your weed eating areas that your mower may tear up, you know, if you're mowing some really soggy, muddy sections. So yeah, make sure you're doing that. You don't want to tear these yards up. You know, make a lot of ruts and lines and stuff like that when it's wet. But anyway, yeah, thought I'd point that out real quick, guys. Hope you're having a good one. Hey guys, we're out doing straw. Obviously it's the perfect time with it being so wet doing straw work. I wish I would remembered my chainsaw. We'll talk about this here in a second. The customer asked me about cutting this tree up that fell over. So it's not a very big maple tree. But he asked me about cutting it up and putting it by the road for the city to pick up. I forgot my chainsaw, but yeah. So I can't really trim that right by the wall without having to like get on the other side of it, and I can't really get through there, it's thick. So I'm gonna take my weed eater and just cut that steel that I wasn't able to cut with the hedge trimmer. I'm gonna take my weed eater and cut that there. That's still sticking up along the brick there. Yeah, you still got to be a little careful, but yeah, it's something I'll do in this situation because I can't really get behind the bush. But yeah, y'all, just want to throw that out there. I'll get some video, and then we'll talk about that tree. Be curious some of your opinions on what I charge for that tree. Hey guys, I thought that turned out pretty good with the bush there. You gotta be careful, make sure there's no windows behind it, but yeah, I just had to do that. I'm gonna take my hedge trimmer and kind of get some more of that excess brush that's on top and get it off the bush. Then I'll blow that out and we'll straw underneath. Yeah, y'all, just curious what y'all charge for this tree here. It's probably 30 foot long. I mean, say it's not a very big tree, so I'll just have to, we'll cut it up probably this coming Tuesday. Honestly, I wish I'd have brought my saw today. We could have done it today. Perfect job for today when it's wet. But I forgot to bring my chainsaw. But yeah, I'm thinking about 200 bucks. I just got to cut it up and haul it, put it by the road for the city to pick up on Thursday. So yeah, we'll probably come over here Tuesday and do that. So that way the pile's not sitting out here very long. The city can pick it up. But anyway, I'm thinking 200. Curious what y'all would charge, guys. But anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments. Eddie, I'm sure some of you will be interested to comment. It shouldn't take us that long with me, with my good chainsaw and two guys with me hauling it to the road. Yeah, it shouldn't take maybe 30, 45 minutes. Anyway, yeah, curious what y'all charge, guys. Just let me know. Hey y'all, hope y'all had a good day today. We ended up having a really good day despite all the rain. I had a customer text me this morning and asked me if I would just hold off because she measured over 5 inches of rain last night. And I'm not sure if that was combined yesterday and last night, but either way, I know we had a lot of rain. Just driving around, you can see all the debris lines and other materials that have been washed out, a lot of mulch, straw, you know, obviously leaves, even rocks. There was a bunch of rocks in the road that we noticed that got washed out of a drainage line area, creek bed, dry creek bed area. Got washed out all the rock, but yeah, we was noticing that everywhere when we drive around in Auburn, even some storm damage from limbs being down, and that tree that y'all saw, I think that actually happened a couple days ago. But yeah, but there were some other big limbs that got knocked over, some other properties I'll be cleaning up. Maybe tomorrow and throughout next week. But yeah, I've mentioned it before, y'all, and something I've done a really good job when it comes to developing my customer base and building it with a variety of different yards, a very diverse customer base of yards. Not only real nice, I've got plenty of nice yards, but I've also got a bunch of what I call crappy yards, weedy yards, rental property yards, those kind of yards that you can still mow a lot of times when it's wet. So I know quite a few, or at least a couple of YouTubers that a day like today, if it rained as much as it did here, yesterday and last night, they probably wouldn't be doing anything just because all their yards would be too wet and that kind of thing. So yeah, y'all, that's something you got to consider. Make sure when you're building your base of customers that you have properties that you can still do when it's wet. And we ended up mowing, I think it was 17 or 18 yards, and did a couple of small straw jobs, trimmed some bushes here and there, and various things. We ended up working. I got home around 4:30. So not a super long day. I thought about going and splitting some wood, but didn't really sleep very good last night, so I decided to call it a day and head to the house. But yeah, overall, a really good day, man. I mean, I had to add everything up, but I'm thinking we probably did 1,200, maybe a little more than that in terms of revenue. So yeah, anytime I feel like I can get over 1,000 on a day like today, when basically having to drive around all around town, not really getting that good route density, you know, in terms of drive time, and get over 1,000 in revenue, I think that's a good day. Because yeah, I mean, entire day, you know, I'd be constantly thinking of different properties and yards that I could do with being wet, like I said. So yeah, I felt like I did a good job of that, and I was constantly communicating with various customers that I was planning to mow today. You know, I texted them at lunch. I texted a few at lunch, just asking them if they thought their yard was dry enough for me to mow. A couple of them said they weren't really sure. You know, it's your call. A couple others said, yeah, let's wait till next week. So yeah, always got to be thinking of those things, guys, throughout the day. Don't just be out here not using your brain, you know. So yeah, always trying to generate the most money I can each and every day, you know, regardless of the weather and whether it's wet, dry, cold, hot, whatever it may be. So yeah, y'all, it ended up being a really good day. I can't complain. The guys did a good job, and set myself up nicely for tomorrow, because we pretty much got all the work done around Auburn done today that I needed to get done. So now tomorrow will just be mainly working around my house in Opelika. I've got about 12, 14 yards to be mowing tomorrow. So may end up cutting up a limb or two that fell some properties I noticed today, but I'm not sure about that yet. I mainly want to make sure I get these yards mowed around my house in Opelika. So yeah, we got about 12, 14 to do tomorrow. I think Justin's supposed to help, so that'll help, and we'll get done around lunch. But yeah, y'all, had a great day. I hope y'all did. Like I said earlier this morning, let me know in the comments. Seriously, I'm sure Eddie will comment if you would consider renting a mower out. I'm just curious. I'm assuming no, but I'm sure some of y'all maybe have in the past. So yeah, I'm curious if you have, but let me know how it went, and you know, whatever happened, good or bad. Like I said, I just feel like the risk definitely outweighs the reward, so to speak. So I decided not to, even though I felt like he would have, you know, taken care of it and all. I didn't want to risk it, you know, him accidentally tearing something up, and, you know, obviously, you know how things go, and, you know, that kind of thing can happen. So yeah, I decided not to let him borrow the mower or rent it out, and I wouldn't even know what to charge to begin with. So yeah, y'all, let me know on that. And the tree that I showed you earlier today, he did agree. I actually told him $200, and it won't take us that long with me, Hunter, and Justin all working together. You know, we'll knock that little job out in no time. So yeah, he agreed to 200, and I'm happy with that. But I'm curious what y'all would charge for that. I mean, I think it's a good price. Like I said, I'm not gonna have to haul it off. I just got to cut it up and take it about 60 feet to the road for the city to pick up later in the week. But anyway, y'all, yeah, I hope you're having a great week, y'all. Let me know in the comments on those two things. Just curious what you think, and appreciate everybody viewing and commenting and liking. I'm really, you know, picking up more subs and getting a lot more people to comment. I really enjoy it. Try to make sure to answer everybody's comments, and appreciate the feedback, and feel free to let me know anything that, you know, I could do to improve on. I feel like I'm getting better in my videos though, y'all. But yeah, hope you had a great week, guys, a great Friday, and have a blessed weekend. I'll talk to you later.